Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charlie with 4BZ Truth. So, I briefly touched on something on my last video about dandelions being edible. Now, I wanted to expand on that a little bit because, well, for one thing, there's an overabundance in the area that I'm in as far as food source. So, like, for a lot of what's happening in the world as far as the economy collapse is going to happen, and people are going to have needs as far as eating. A lot of people out there are not educated, and they are unaware that the plant dandelions are edible and very nutritious, to be honest with you, and actually not very bad tasting at all. I've never actually eaten the leaves, but I'm realizing that the flowers are really good. If you like salads, you'll think that this tastes great. You see this plant here? It's a dandelion weed, and now I've been doing a little research, and this plant is edible. There's like so much. This flower right here. Now I'm just telling you right now, there's thousands of these freaking flowers everywhere. If we ever needed to eat, this flower right here is edible, and it's a weed. It grows naturally around here. Okay, watch. I'm gonna freaking eat a dandelion, a natural weed. This is like God's manna. He supplies it for us on the earth. And there's other things, natural weeds that grow that people can eat. So I actually started eating these like last week or something. And, I didn't get sick at all. It tastes good, actually. Tastes just like any salad that I've ever had. So, and everything in that plant is edible. The leaves are edible, the roots are edible. You can make tea out of them. It's really good. So I'm just kind of thinking about the hard times that we're going to potentially go through. And if we can live off of the land in any way, I want to get the word out there so people can have options. I care about you guys. I really want people to be able to thrive even though hard times are here. And it's all a mindset. Perception is reality.
All right, so check this out. I just did a simple search for dandelions, and it kind of brings up this description of the plant. Now, I was looking at images, and let's see if I can go here. Now, if you're not familiar with what dandelions are, this is basically the plant. Now, the reason I wanted to point this out is, number one, I have been kind of a homesteader for a while, and always interested in learning about the land and trying to understand, what we might need to face, given a certain situation like an economic collapse. Um, and I just wanted to point this out because if you look, there is an overabundance of these flowers sometimes. And, as kids, we've always looked at these little frilly little things that you blow on, and all the little seeds go everywhere. Now, the crazy thing about that is, people treat these like they're a horrible nuisance. Like, here's a picture. Look at that. Look at all that edible freaking food right there. See, people don't think about stuff like this because, they're always interested in just just the way society has kind of set things up is that these are kind of a nuisance. and a weed. So usually they grow in grass, and they make our lawns look, less uh, visually aesthetic. But the reason I really want everybody to consider that if there was ever a worst case scenario, I would practice before the shit hits the fan, and basically just look at trying a freaking dandelion. Just eat it. Sometimes there's like bugs on it, or maybe a little pollen in the flower. The pollen can taste a little bitter, I think. But if you wash it, that's fine. Freaking grab like a handful of dandelions and put them in your salad. Just try it. You'll notice they're actually pretty good tasting. And if you don't think that you want to try it now, and maybe just retain the knowledge so that if worse ever comes to worse, you know you may have an option to fall back on as far as eating. Now I know that we're not quite there yet, but for anybody that follows my channel, they'll know that I am always thinking about how there's a lot of deception in the world, and I believe that the way things are going to kind of turn out is it's going to be a hard road for us moving forward here. So I have a feeling that the economic collapse is imminent, and not it's going to be worse than the freaking Great Depression easily. And what do I know about the economy? I can't really say I'm like an authority on it, but if anybody in their right mind realizes that people are losing their businesses left and right because of what's happening, uh, the backbone of our economy is small businesses, and literally people are being pushed out. Um, they don't have a backup plan. I mean, are they just going to depend on the government to pay for their business and go deeper into debt? I just don't think that's an option. So, anyways, but these are, if you look at it in terms of food, these dandelions are very good. Now, by the way, the plant is fully edible. So the flower, the leaves, and the roots are all edible. You can wash them off, put them in your salad. You can dry them out, make some tea out of them. Very healthy. I just wanted to make a short video about, the nutritional option that you have with, sustainability. If you want to live, if this is the last option that you had, you would consider eating dandelions. That's all I'm saying. And at this time of the year, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. So, anyways, thanks everybody for listening to my rant about dandelions, and I appreciate you watching.